So I want one detail here at the back here, which I have seen on another robot. This vent or something similar to this one. So let's create two lines with Shift A and the third one. Something like this maybe. And we can always play with the control points, but that's okay, I guess. So let's go to control point, loft them. That looks okay. Here also at the bottom, loft. And if we now, in edge modes, delete these lines and mirror these, we have a similar situation like here. So let's try one more thing. In control point mode, loft them. Yeah, that looks better. Let's try also the other continuities. Maybe G1. Play with the tension. And I will do the same here at the bottom. Loft. Play with the tension. Here it's more rounded, but I'm not sure whether I want it that rounded. I like this shape and I will go with this one. This shape consists obviously of 4 curves. Select all of them and press J and rebuild. Because I want to project it here and I want to make a couple of operations and I don't want any kind of redundant edges here. Rebuild. I will give it a large amount, let's say something like 100. That's okay. SS, make it smaller. So in face mode, let's extrude a solid. Show the edges so we can see if there is something goes wrong. G, Y, let's push this one in. Isolate both, Shift H. Okay, that looks okay. Select the target body, Shift select the cutter, Q, Shift Q. So slice it, press OK, delete this one, and we can push this one further in. Okay, now I would like to do something different. Let's select this, Shift D, duplicate it, and bring it out by 1 meter. So we have a round number, and I will show you in a minute why I want to have a round number. Let's look from the side view. So select this edge, Shift D, bring it out. And now we will cut this with another line. So let's create a line somewhere here. That's okay, I think. Shift D, create a second line, which you can drag to somewhere here. Okay, now select the curve, look for cut curve. Select the first cutter, Shift select the second one. And let's delete all these. And we don't need this one either. And now we can stretch this. And the whole operation which I have done so far with this curve is I want to create a cutter which has the same curvature as this one. I want to have a cut here. So therefore, let's select this guy. And I don't want this curvature. So I scale this along the x-axis. So SX0. So I squeeze it. Now I have a straight line. And I want to extend this. But before extending, I have to rebuild it because probably it won't work. Rebuild. This time I will go with refit, that's okay. Now in control point mode, select the outer control point, look for extend. Type in a random value, 1 meter is far too much. Let's go with 0.2, something like this. And let's try the other shapes. So natural doesn't work, obviously. Linear could work. And soft also. Yeah, I will go with soft also for the bottom. So look for extend, 0.2, and soft is already selected. Let's press OK. Bring it to somewhere here, OK. And now we can bring this one further out. And from the right view, we can cut this one. So select the sheet, C, select the cutter, press OK. We don't need this one. And we can thicken this one. So F, look for thicken. Something like this. That looks okay. Press OK. G, Y, -1. And you can see that it fits perfectly. And we don't need this shape. Or I will do something else. I will take this shape, Shift D, duplicate it, and leave this curve and delete the sheet. Now I can create a pipe out of this curve. So select the curve, press P for pipe. Make it a little bit thicker. 0.02 will probably do the job. And I want to merge these two parts. So this one which we have thickened and the pipe. We select both solids, they are solids. Shift H, select the pipe. That looks okay. Okay, here it sticks out, but that's okay. I can probably fix it by pushing this sheet further in face mode, offset face. Push it in. And let's see if it looks okay. Let's also look from this perspective. We can push it further in. Press OK. Okay, now we can merge these. We can run a union boolean. So select this, shift select this one, press Q twice, press OK. And bring back the rest, Alt H. So this part will get a different material. That's what I wanted to have a separation. From the back view, create a line, but by touching this curve, this one. Bring this out of the way. Again. Create a line which touches this curve. Shift A, something like this. Let's pipe it. Press P for pipe. I prefer that this pipe is slightly thinner than this. Now let's array this pipe. First of all, let's SX scale it along the X-axis. Press Ctrl so it snaps to this axis. Boom. So select the pipe, look for array, and there are three kinds of array: rectangular array, radial array, and curve array. Let me show you what happens if we take rectangular array. It will array in a straight line. That's not what we want. Radial array will do something like this. We want to have a curve array, so we can use this curve as a guide. Curve array, solids or curves, they are already selected. It's our pipe. Now let's select the path, which is this guy. Now you can see what happens. We can play around with the number. Let's make something like 20 or even 25 if we want to have tighter gaps. Yeah, that looks okay. One meter. I don't like this part, so I will fix them manually. I don't need this pipe, and I don't need these pipes, obviously. Now I can run a boolean. So let's select all these solids and press Q twice. So that's what we have now. One solid, and if this bothers you, you can simply in face mode select all these faces which are sticking out, all these parts, and delete them. And as soon as you delete one face, solid becomes a sheet, but we will repatch it. That's not a big deal. And in edge mode, delete all these edges with Shift X. So all these holes. And if you select something by mistake, you can always press Ctrl Z. So if I select this last edge and press Shift X, this solid, this one which is technically speaking is a solid, will remain a sheet. So what I will do is, instead of deleting the last hole, I will patch it with Shift J. And now this one is a solid again. Let's see if we can delete this redundant stuff. Look for redundant, delete redundant topology. Okay, cool. We were able to delete this redundant stuff also. Now we have a clean, cool vent going on. There is one more thing I would like to add, and that is a filleting here for all these vents. So let's try a tiny fillet, BD 0.005. So let's see how it looks when I hide the edges. Yeah, that looks cool. So I will fillet all these pipes, BD.005. Yeah, that looks okay. So you can select multiple edges and run the filleting. BD.005. This one looks a little bit weird, but that's okay. It's a very tiny detail anyhow. Okay, let's hide the edges and see what we have. Yeah, that looks cool. So let's push this one again back into the head. So GY -1. Yeah, now we have a cool vent detail at the back of his head.